like no gunshots, but they getting low, low, low.
Niggas, we ain't filmed shit in a long time. We being vulgar as fuck. Why you don't got no mat? That's scrub shit. Alright, what we got here? We got Inferno 8s versus Dick Worlds. And we out here. This is the first shit we filmed in forever. Trying out this new local. Even though it ain't local, this shit is in the marina.
Dude, there's so much fucking static in my shit. You don't fucking have a hand.
When you want to activate drag down, but you can't.
Ooh, you have a hand now.
We're poor, so we don't got the tripod yet. I ordered one. What is that? It's a drag down. Alright, I'm not gonna make this too long because I don't got a tripod. Look unprofessional. But we're gonna film throughout the
We've
day.
been here for about 3 hours. It's loud as fuck, but I'm not filming your face. We ain't really won much. I'm 2-2. He is, what are you, 3-1? 3-0? He's 0-3. He's 0. We're all losing.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. All right, we'll check in later. He's using my mat. I'm gonna beat you up. He has the original print Yazi that I really want for my deck, and being a dick about it, I'm trying to rarity whore, and he won't give me it. I said I'll give him one back. It's just. Oh, it's not different rarity. It's just different name. I still kind of want it though. All right, guys. Welcome to the shit. We ain't filmed nothing in forever. So we thought we'd start it off with a deck profile. This isn't actually my deck. I actually have the owner of the deck with me. And we're going to go into this. This is Fire Kings. My shadow is disgusting. Okay. So, you want to do this? You want to explain this one? No? All right, I'll do it. So, first, 3 Fire King Avatar Barong. Essentially what this guy does, he's the main searcher of the deck. When he is destroyed by card effect, he allows you to search out any Fire King card. So basically this is a card you always want getting destroyed by card effects because he lets you search out the Fire King cards and lets you help. He's mainly your main playmaker, or second to main playmaker, because he's your searcher. So I guess you can call this your main playmaker. This guy, Fire King Avatar Yaksha, essentially when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, whenever he's destroyed, you can destroy a card that you control on your side of the field or in your hand. So most of the time you probably think, why would I want to destroy my own stuff? Well, because that's how the deck works. It feeds off destruction and killing your own cards. So essentially, what you would do, he goes in conjunction with Barong or your boss monster, because those both get their effects by being destroyed. So you can use him in conjunction with Barong to have him destroyed, pop the Barong that's in your hand, and then search out a Fire King card. Alright, moving on. We will, those are the Fire King cards, and, let's see. Moving on. This is the boss monster of the deck. This is one of my favorite cards in the game, actually. Fire King Avatar, Fire King High Avatar Garunix. Why did I stress the name? Because, because his name is High Avatar, he's actually not searchable through, certain means. For instance, the smaller Garunix, he's not searchable through that card. They basically did that so people wouldn't have an easy special summon off the tiny Garunix, which is gets his effects whenever whenever he's destroyed by your opponent. But basically, what his effect is, when he is destroyed by card effects, he can he comes back during the next standby phase and destroys every other monster on the field. So you play this card at 2 because at 3 it's a little bit clunky. But when you play it at 2, essentially what happens is it starts a loop. Because say you have one card on field, and you have a Yaksha and it gets popped, and because he's destroyed, or he gets destroyed by battle, his effect, you can destroy a card you control or in your hand. You destroy the copy in your hand. During the next standby phase, he comes back, destroys every other monster on the field, including the other Garunix. Now, because he was destroyed by card effect, it starts a loop where every standby phase, it's coming, going, and it's constantly wiping your opponent's board. And it can be very hard to get over if you don't have destruction. Alright, moving on to one-ofs. Oh, sorry, we'll go to twos so far. Oh, one-ofs, twos. Twos. Flameville Fire Dog, when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, or is it inflicts battle damage or destroys by battle? Yeah, when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, he special summons a fire monster with 200 defense. That's all the Fire King beast warriors, so your Barongs, your Yakshas, those guys. And this guy, another one of the main playmakers in the deck, gotta play this guy. Coach Soldier Wolfbark. Shiny. Basically, you play that card, he's really helping you make all those rank 4 plays. Summons a level 4 or lower beast warrior from the graveyard when he's, that's his effect. So you can really make a lot of good plays off that, especially going to those rank 4s, really knock your opponent down a few pegs. And one-ofs, Fire King Avatar Garunix, the non-boss monster one. Essentially what this card does is when it's destroyed by your opponent, it special summons a Fire King monster, except for the boss monster Garunix. One Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. Essentially, it's a good card to have. You can send a Fire Formation spell or trap to the graveyard to target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. One Brushfire Knight. Basically, when this card is destroyed, or while you control this card, a fire monster is sent to the graveyard. He allows you to send a fire monster from your deck to the grave, which can actually be very helpful. Pass me the spells. Alright. So moving on to spells. We have 3 of Fire Formation Tinky. This deck feeds off, this deck plays with a lot of Beast Warriors, so this card is very good to have. Lets you search your Beast Warriors, start your plays. So, very good card to have. And then all Beast Warriors gain 100 attack. Only downside is that it's continuous, and it can be, your search can be stopped with MST. Onslaught of the Fire Kings. This card basically lets you search, it's not even specific to Fire King, it just lets you search out a Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type monster, and then it's destroyed during the end phase. So because that counts as destruction by card effect, normally you get this card, and you just search out your boss monster right away, because it's coming back next turn, and it's wiping the board, assuming your opponent has anything left to begin with. And the boss monster is 2700 attack, so it's just really nasty to have. Circle of Fire Kings. This card is a quick play. Essentially what it does, target one fire monster you control, destroy it, then target one in your graveyard, special summon it. You can actually use that as well to get the Garunix loop by targeting one Garunix you control and then summoning the other that's in your graveyard by putting it there with Brushfire Knight or just having it get put there. And that'll start your loop. You can also use this to dodge card effects like things like Fiendish Chain, Breakthrough Skill, basically anything that targets, you can activate that and it'll cause the effect to miss its target because you'll be dodging it by destroying the monster and special summoning something else. This can also be used to push for big damage because it can be used during the battle phase because it is a quick play. So you can special summon during the battle phase to put on extra damage. I've seen it being used very wisely. It can just be used to deal so much damage. So it's a very good card. Definitely want to see it at 3. What's up? Alright, I had to stop because I was choking on the eraser shaving. Okay, Supply Squad. Essentially because this deck runs around destruction. Supply Squad is a really good card to have because basically once per turn, when a card you control, when a monster you control is destroyed, you will draw a card. This deck is going to be destroying all the time. So it's really good to have Supply Squad because it helps you get that hand advantage. Next up, thank you. Next up, Double Dark Hole. This card is at 2 now. It's just too good at 2, especially in Fire Kings. You can just clear your opponent's board, start all sorts of like chains. You can get all sorts of fuckery going. It's just such a great card. So yeah, Dark Hole. Don't really need to explain that too much. Next, another staple, double MST. Things like Mirror Force don't really bother this deck. In fact, The way I play the deck is very aggressive, very aggro focused because you don't have to worry about destruction. So I don't care about any card effect that's going to destroy me. So I'll just play this deck super aggressive, run into mirror forces, and just start stuff. But it's good in case, you know, you think your opponent has some sort of floodgate or cards like Dimensional Prison, Fiendish Chains, whatever. It just helps you get over certain things. Even Solemn Warning in this deck is not that bad though, because it still counts as destruction, which means your boss monster will still come back off of a Solemn Warning, which is so crazy. And the last spell, this card, you can use this when you just need to go into the rank 4s, when you want to make an OTK play. Top decking this card in like mid or late game can sometimes make the game, and it looks beautiful. Rekindling. Yes, this card, oh my god. I can't tell you how many times I've been screwed over because this kid has top decked Rekindling mid-game. But yes, Rekindling. So now we're going to go into my favorite type of cards. That's right, the young Trap cards. Why did I do that? That was stupid. Okay. 3-dimensional prison. So this part is where people often say, what the hell are you thinking? 3-dimensional prison. I thought it'd be funny to play dimensional prison because it sort of counter focuses the deck how it like really plays. The deck is all about destruction, so your opponent is going to be expecting some sort of destructive traps, and you just have dimensional prison. It's like, nope, get banished. You know, I really like that, and this is sort of counter focuses what the opponent is used to, and it saves you a lot of times because battle traps, especially running deep prison at 3, it can really just annoy your opponent because, you know, it's not common that you see people really playing battle traps at 3, especially in the meta game now. Not that this deck is, you know, super competitive oriented, but in the meta game, battle traps have been seeing a lot less use, I've been noticing. And so personally, I just liked it at you know, 3. But I will acknowledge that targeting effects really are not good in the meta right now. So that is acknowledged. 2, Call the Haunted. You know, you destroy a lot of things. Call the Haunted is just a good card because it allows you to pull things out of the graveyard. And something you can do, because Call the Haunted says when it is destroyed, destroy the monster, you can Call the Haunted a Garunix, and then if the Call the Haunted gets MST'd, it still counts as destruction by card effect, which means the Garunix will return next standby phase and wipe the board. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when playing this deck. Call the Haunted. Solemn Warning, Summon Negation, staple card. Torrential Tribute, more destruction, and compulsory. Compulsory evacuation device. Alright, moving on to the extra deck. Oh, wait a minute. You salvaged your extra deck, didn't you? Okay, well, moving on to where is the extra deck? He's in the midst of making a new deck, so his extra deck was salvaged. Number 39, Utopia, because why not? Abyss Dweller, because why not? They're going to be in different color sleeves. Heartland Draco, because you run a lot of different continuous spells and traps in this. I'm sorry, different continuous spells in this deck. So it's very easy to play Heartland Draco and just attack directly over your opponent's cards for 2,000. All right. Gaga Samurai can attack twice. Really good card. Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Another good card. My shadow is in the way and it's bothering me. Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Number 50, Black Ship of Corn. Honestly, that could have been a Silent Honor arc, but it's not. Diamond Dire Wolf. Very good card to have. You can also use this to start your effects by popping your Garunix. So yep, that's the extra deck. Side deck, I'm not going to go into because side deck is normally personal preference. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit a like button. You're probably already subscribed, but if you're not, feel free to do that too. Alright.